All right, let's get to it. All right. Now, usually I'll be all hype and everything like that, but it ain't a hype moment because we lost a great person. From what I'm hearing, I've never met him, but we lost a great person to that tonight or earlier this afternoon in Senior Vice President of Communications, Jason Jenkins. I had seen him plenty of times before, running events and, saying certain things. And from what I hear, he was a great person. It was a tragic death, came out of nowhere. So, just thoughts and prayers up. Just wanted to make sure I got that out the way before we got into the other things that we want to talk about. But yeah, he did pass. So condolences to everyone who knew him, especially to his family, his wife, his kids, his parents if they're still living, and siblings, all of his family. All of his family and his Dolphin family as well, who are taking it really tough as they should. So wanted to go ahead and put that out there because death is never easy. And I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about a game, okay? We're talking about a game, and a game is nowhere near as important as family. So, that's tough. It's just tough, and it's tough to see the coaches, Mike McDaniel, talking about it, and to see Jason Taylor having a tough time. And you could just tell by their reactions and by their emotions that the guy really positively affected them. And that's always good to hear. And it's a tough one for the Dolphin community to lose because he did a lot for the community, as from what I'm hearing from the media. So definitely condolences out to him, to the family, I should say, not to him, but to the family and to those who are affected by the loss. All right, so let's get into the game, okay? Because obviously that's what I'm here to do. At the end of the day, I'm going to talk about the game. It was a good game. If we ever needed a game that was going to get us ready for the type of mindset we need to have going into this season, this was the game to do it. Now, doesn't necessarily mean we're going 18-0, 17-0, 19-0, 20-0, whatever it is it's going to take to win a Super Bowl undefeated. But it was good to see. Now, y'all know last 2 weeks what I've been talking about. What I've been talking about last 2 weeks. What is it? What have I been complaining about the last 2 weeks? I'm going to give y'all a second. Because I know the faithful that watch me, they know exactly what I'm about to say. Running game. Running game was a problem in the first 2 weeks. I said I needed to see something out the running game because the running game wasn't doing enough for me for what it was supposed to be. Well, dang it, they did enough today. 200 yards, 34 carries, 6 point something a carry. That's how you get it done. You running the rock. There were people that were, it's preseason in the comment section. It's preseason. What do you expect? No, I expect them to run for 200 yards because they're a running football team. So I don't care what run it is. I don't care if it's a bland run, if it's a inside zone, outside zone, pitch, power. I don't care what it is. It's supposed to work. You're supposed to get yards because you're a running football team. It doesn't matter if it's preseason or not. You're supposed to be able to run the football. Now, running the football doesn't necessarily mean you do all the cute stuff. If you run in the vanilla stuff, you're supposed to be able to run out of the vanilla stuff because you're a running football team. They showed that they could be that today. That's all I need to see. I don't need to see no more. I trust it. We can move forward. All right, now some people be like, it's one game. How do you trust it already? Because I see the vision. I see what this coach is capable of. That's all I needed to see. All right, you put Teron out there. You put that fullback out there. we're going to be just fine. Doesn't mean that we're not going to have some issues with certain teams. But we should be able to run the football at least 100 yards a game. And it looks like we headed in that direction. I'm fine with that because that means that that play action that was working all day is going to work even more when you're able to run the football. Oh, man, were those quarterbacks cooking? Two in particular because one, not so much. Tua, let's talk about it. Tua, drop back to pass, throw, first down. I mean, not first down, first down. Throw to Tyreek Hill, chunk play, 51 yards. You love to see it. First play, coach was like, all right, let's shut all this down. All right, y'all think that Tyreek Hill ain't going to be used the way he was used in Kansas City? Let me show y'all something. Let me learn y'all something real quick. Threw that ball out there. Ball was caught. That's what you want to see. All right. Was it the best pass in the world? No. But y'all can miss me with all this. Oh, it was inaccurate and underthrown. Do me a favor. Go watch Pat Mahomes throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill. And I need you to do this, okay? Go watch any highlight reel if you want. Of Tyreek Hill catching deep passes from Pat Mahomes. And if there are less than 2 underthrows, less than 2, then you can come back and you tell me I'm wrong. But I guarantee you, because I've looked, that there was more. I don't care which highlights you look at, as long as it's 3 minutes or more, you're going to see at least 2 underthrows from Pat Mahomes to Tyreek Hill because the ball just didn't have enough on it. So you know what that tells me? Quarterbacks are going to have those things happen. It doesn't mean that all the passes that Tua throws to Tyreek Hill are going to be underthrows. We saw him complete plenty of passes to Tyreek Hill that weren't underthrows in practice. Miss me. All right? Yes, the ball could have had a little more on it if it was going to be a perfect pass. But to me, it wasn't that underthrown in the first place. 1, 2. It happens. All right? He was leading the guy to the inside. It was a post. He led him away from the safety. He caught the ball. I'm fine with that. It's a perfect pass because it was caught and it didn't end up in an incomplete either. Okay? I'm good with that pass. And it wasn't one of those passes where it was a guaranteed touchdown either. Okay? If he put it out front, because either way, the safety could have been there to make the tackle. Miss me, guys. All right? Miss me with that. Tua did well. 6 for 7, 120-some yards, perfect passer rating, 1 touchdown to, what's the guy's name? Craycraft, all right? Beautiful rollout. And those rollouts, they worked all day. Savon ate off the rollout. Gesicki was eating. Everybody ate. Everybody ate on the rollout. It was beautiful to see. They rolled out to either side depending on which quarterback was in there, and they were just eating. But they really rolled it out to the left, or they was eating. And there's not much you could do with that. Because when you're doing that pitch, which they handed that pitch off to Mostert some of the time, or at least once, they handed it off to him. So you got to actually play that pitch. It makes you go that way, and then you bring that back around, and you got guys wide open, and it's the pick of the litter. Love it. And then on some of those, Tua wasn't taking the underneath. Tua was taking the second level. And on some of those, he'll take the third level if it's there. So you got to love it. All right? You got to love it. Because when you do that pitch, you have a first level guy, a second level guy, and a third if it's open. And I love that. All right? I love that. Love the play design. Love what I'm seeing there. Patriots in trouble. Patriots in trouble, guys. They in trouble. I'm telling you right now, the Patriots is in trouble. All right, because what they looked like yesterday and what we look like today, now I know we ain't played their starters now. We did not play their starters. We played their backups, but we looked way better than their backups as we should have. 17 points in the first quarter. You want to know why that's significant? Because last year, the Dolphins had 4 games of 17 points in the first half. 6 games where they scored 17 points in a half. No games where they had 17 points in a quarter. We did 17 points in a quarter. We had no games last year of 17 points in a quarter. We scored 48 points today. That hasn't happened in our history. The most points we've ever scored in preseason was 42 points in the 70s. We scored 45 points in the 70s. We scored 48 points today. First time in our history. McDaniel is already making history. You know what else that means? That means that we have an aggressive coach, because if it was Brian Flores or Adam Gase, or maybe not Adam Gase, if it was Flores for sure, Sperano, Philbin, we would have never got 48 points, because they would have stopped throwing the football a long time ago and just trying to eat up the last quarter at 20-some, 30-some points so we can get the heck up out of there. No, my dog said if it's still time on the clock, it's still time to win a football game. We're not going to bow down and win it. We're going to go get it and win it. All right? So he went and got it and won the game. I love that. That's what I want to see from my guy. That's what I want to see from my head coach, because if you go be aggressive like that, the players can take to that. All right? Now, the players know to go for the throat, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go for the throat. And y'all heard me complain about this in the past. Go for the throat. Don't be passive. This is football. All right? This ain't time to be passive. All right? You're supposed to be aggressive in football. Go get the W. Put up 40 points, 50 points, 60 points. Whatever you got to do, keep putting up points. All right? They didn't have to throw to Lynn Bowden. He threw it to Lynn Bowden. Yeah, I'm going to throw it to Lynn Bowden, and he's going to go get a touchdown, and he's going to put us up even more points. All right? That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. Love it. Absolutely love it. That's why we have 48 points, okay? Because we didn't stop playing football. I love to see it. Let's talk about Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater, at this point, you're third string. I know we're paying him $6 million. Third string quarterback. Yes, he might stay on the team. Third string. 4 for doggone 10. Gone somewhere. Gone somewhere. We don't need that. Skylar Thompson, 7 for 10. 3 tutties. That's my guy. That's my guy. Skylar is quarterback number 2, in my opinion, unless Seattle's willing to give up a first-round pick to come get him. Because at this point, they should have got him. Because Geno and the other dude, Drew Lock, they ain't going to cut it. You need to come call it. We'll give you Teddy for a 6th. If you want Skylar, first-round pick. All right, let's go ahead and move on to defense. Defense played well outside of the one play that they led up for a doggone touchdown for 67 yards. That should have never happened, because Tyndall had him in the hole, let him go, and then one of the safeties whiffed on the sidelines and let the man skate up the sideline for a 67-yard touchdown, which inflated their numbers, which should have never been. They could have scored on that drive, didn't have to score that way. Aside from that, they was getting sacks. They got picked, okay? Elijah Campbell took one back, 30 yards. Love to see it. And they were having their way in the run game, pass game. They looked like they looked in practice, all right? That tells you practice was an anomaly. Wasn't an anomaly. Yes, we didn't play their starters, but if we would have played them and not had the stomach bug, they would have saw the same results as they saw the day before. That's all I need to say about that, because we won the game 48-10. All right, so we're just better than them at this point. And I don't know how much that means, because we don't know how good they're going to be in season. We don't know how good we're going to be in season. But I definitely love what we saw from them. Now, I did not get to watch the game for the most part. Okay? I saw bits and pieces of the game. But in the bits and pieces that I did see, which I will eventually get to watch the full game, but today, by the way, is my anniversary. Me and my wife, we've been married 6 years today. All right, so please shout us out if you will. All right, if it's up to you, or shout her out. You don't have to shout me out, and just say happy birthday. Not happy birthday. Say, y'all know I don't edit, so we leaving that in. Say happy anniversary to my wife. All right, you put it in the comment section, and then yeah, I'm sure still see it. All right, but it is our 6-year anniversary. All right, and we got many years to go. Okay, so because of that, we went out to eat. I didn't get to watch, but I watched the first series, and that was pretty much it. But I'll get to watch it at some point, and it's preseason. I'm not too stressed about it, but I do need to see what players are wearing because I have a video I have to put out with probably tomorrow or Monday about who will possibly be making the 53. All right, the back end of that. So in order to do that, I need to see who all played, how they played, and then to be able to put that video out. Let's talk about one person real quick. Austin Jackson. I almost called him Jesse Davis because he might as well be. All right now, buddy. All right. You going to be the blindside person? You better protect Tua better than that. Now, I know Tua patted that ball. He was supposed to get that ball out. But doggone it, boy, you better not give us no flashbacks because we'll put somebody else there. All right? Okay. All right. So just wanted to get that out. I'm not going to give him no blank stare because other than that, he did decent, but we better have better play than that. We better have better play than that, okay? Love what I saw on offense. Love the play calling. I just loved every last bit of it. And what's not to love? We had 48 points. What's not to love? What's not to love? I want to know how many turnovers did we have in this game because that's going to be something that we had 2 turnovers. Come on, man. We're being well coached and we're putting up points and we're executing and the run game finally showed up. That's enough run game yards for the whole preseason for 200. Oh, yeah, I love where we're headed right now. Now, it's preseason. We was playing backups. I get all that. Eagles fans, it's saying to knock at y'all. We was playing your backups, okay? Our starters was playing your backups because Tyreek Hill played the series. Waddle didn't play. We had some guys. Edmund didn't play. Teron didn't play. Ingle didn't play. So we had some guys out now. But we was playing your backups. So it's not a knock at y'all. Your starters was in there. It probably would have been a way different game. We still would have won. But it would have been a different game. Okay? It would have been a different game. But love that. It was a great game. Once again, I don't have all of the information on the game because I didn't watch all of the game, but I did see all of Tua's throws, and I saw some other things. And you love to see what we saw. Mostert, by the way, had a really nice run of 26 yards, and they said all the speed is there. All right. Tyreek Hill had the highest miles per hour during the preseason so far, 21 point something. And Mostert's run at that 26-yarder was the 3rd fastest. All right. So Tyreek Hill had the fastest. Mostert had the 3rd fastest. Guess what 2 teams was in the Super Bowl a couple years ago with the San Francisco and the Chiefs? The 2 fastest teams in the NFL. Guess what players was on those teams? Mostert was on San Francisco. Tyreek Hill was on the Chiefs. We got both. All right? Just saying. I'll highlight y'all in the next one. Y'all already know what it is. Fins up till we die. Once again, condolences to the Jenkins family. I'll holler at y'all in the next one.